Photographer Evan Reinheimer is known for a technique called Kite Aerial Photography. It's basically a really unique and interesting way of capturing locations all over the world. And he's traveled to many different spots, but he's a native Long Islander, and guess what? You're about to meet him face to face.
Everyone knows these famous landmarks. But would you believe that these pictures all came from this? Meet the man behind it all, aerial photographer Evan Reinheimer.
My name is Evan Reinheimer. All of my photographs are aerial photographs, and they're all taken by lifting a camera with a kite. My parents gave me a camera when I was about 3 years old, and that's when I started taking photographs. I went to college for photography, and that's where I kind of discovered my interest for aerial photography. I didn't know any pilots, and I had no money to rent an airplane because I was in college and had no money. So it just kind of came to me one day that I've always loved flying kites, and I bet there was a way I could get my camera up on my kite.
The Babylon native has photographed many landmarks around the world and in the U.S.
I try and think of places that are going to be interesting from the unique angle that I can reach with a kite, an angle that's obviously higher than being on the ground, but much lower and closer to the subject than you can get in an aircraft. And then I also think about places that I want to go and things that I want to see, and I try and match those all up together.
Journal was lucky enough to tag along for a shoot closer to home on Fire Island.
I'm all packed up and ready to go, and I'll go show you what I do right now. Right now I'm setting up a Delta kite. It has a wide wingspan, and it flies very stably and provides very good lift to lift up my camera into the air. A lot of things have to come together for me to get one shot. Not only do I need good light and good weather, I need good, consistent wind. I also need the security people in the area to not recognize what I'm doing. Sometimes that gets me into some hot water, and sometimes when security approaches me, they think it's kind of cool and they let me keep doing it.
On this day, Journal unfortunately did not have the ladder, and we did get into some hot water.
You need to have a permit to do so. So you can't film without that permit.
But Evan knows that worse can come with the job.
Yeah, I was held in Egypt by police and detained there for a little while. It was terrifying. After some bribing was done, we did get out, yes. Knowing when you have the perfect shot is difficult, especially when your camera's up on a kite. So I reviewed the pictures, and I think I see some really good stuff there, so I'm going to go home and check them out on the computer now, and hopefully there's something really good there.
Having no plans of stopping anytime soon, Evan is already set to take on his next adventure.
Doing this allows me the opportunity to do something that I really love to do. This winter, my assistant and I are going to be traveling to Australia to photograph. The best piece of advice I've ever been given was to go fly a kite, and that worked for me.